Okay, so now that my eyebrows are a little fixed up, I wanted to talk to you about moving around. So, to date, I've lived in a total of five, hmm, let's see, we got Brampton, where I grew up for 14 years. Then from there, I moved to Vineland for a year and a bit. I went to high school at BT, got expelled for smoking weed on the bus and also drinking on the bus. That's how I am. Yeah, a little bit of a rebel. Then I went to Beamsville High, which is where I met my first love, Marvin, who robbed the liquor store in Beamsville, and I continued to talk to him in jail or juvie, which is when my mom couldn't handle me and sent me to live with my dad in Mississauga. So far we have three places. Mississauga is where I finished high school. I went to Streetsville, lived in Meadowvale for 2.5 years, and moved to St. Catharines afterwards, after high school, with my brother. By the way, in high school, Streetsville was the shit. So from there, I moved in with my brother on Lake Street. So this is number 4. Lived there with him for about a year and a little bit. And when I was living there, I was living there with three other people. So my brother, my brother's girlfriend, and my boyfriend at the time for about a year. And it was crazy because we lived in a 1-bedroom apartment. From there, I moved out with my ex-boyfriend to Calgary and followed him out there. I moved into so this is 5. I moved into a cool little house. We had a couple roommates, a couple buddies of his. I was the only girl in the house. It was really weird because I was just super young and didn't have a job, and then I was looking for a job, couldn't find anything, and I was just unhappy with the move in general. I wish I went there on different circumstances because I felt like I would have really liked Calgary if I hadn't been out with that group of people. From there, I moved back home. Yeah, I think I moved back home after that and decided to go to school. So I stayed at home in Vineland. So I guess, I don't know if it's 6, I already lived there, but I lived there for about 3 years. While in university, I decided to take a study abroad. I moved to New Zealand, stayed there for 5 months, went to school for 4, and traveled for about a month, which was exhilarating, lots of fun, and it basically taught me what I want to do. I want to travel, I want to meet new people, and the road never ends, I guess. So from there, I moved to back home, and within 3 days of living at home, I said, "This is it. I'm moving out." Um, I moved in with a friend of mine who came to pick me up for about a month. So at this point, now we're at, let's say, 7. Now this is 8 because of New Zealand and with Mel. Or sorry, 6 and then 7. And then when I moved in with Mel, I lived on her blow-up mattress for about a month, which was good times, and we had a ball with it until I moved to, I believe the next one was Church Street in St. Catharines with, oh my god, I'm almost forgetting her name, Claire. Claire was a good friend of mine at the time, and we started to live together. Her roommate was moving out, and I jumped in. So we lived there for about a year. Claire was going through some shit with her boyfriend. She was trying to decide what she wanted to do. She was basically dropping out of school, and I was kind of really focusing on my studies. So Claire decided to drop out halfway through the year and basically told me to find another roommate for the place. that we're staying at, and like I really liked our place. However, I just didn't want to like commit to like I don't know if I'm gonna find a place or a roommate that can afford the rent. Like it was pretty expensive for being in university. It was like $550 a month plus bills and other things. So I didn't find anybody because again I only had like I think it was like 3 weeks or to find somebody, which was pretty ridiculous. I ended up giving notice, and thank God, like my landlord was super nice about it. He found a couple other people to like rent the apartment. So I decided to move in with my friend Stacy, who was breaking up with her boyfriend, kind of wanted to get out and whatever. So this is number 9. I moved in with Stacy on Welland Ave. It was a really ghetto apartment. Our back entrance was always open to anybody, like literally bums could like sleep downstairs. Like it was pretty ghetto, super cheap though, and kind of saved up like some money there. And we ended up finding. Actually, I ended up talking to one of my friend Greg's friends, Guy, who told me about Con 7 when I was living with Claire and trying to find a roommate. He's like, why don't you try like Con 7? Sounds like a really good gig. Like we just moved in there. It's a great party house, whatever. So from there, I ended up actually Stacy found the ad for it. We went to go look at it, and it turns out to be the same house. So number 9, we moved into Con 7, a big country house in Niagara Lake. It was a lot of fun. We, shot the shit. I worked a lot, and we just get to do whatever we really wanted, I guess. Stacy's mom is from Costa Rica, like she lives there, so we ended up deciding to go live with her mom for a little bit. She kind of proposed it like, hey, do you feel like going to Costa Rica? And I'm like, fuck yeah. Like, who wouldn't want to go to Costa Rica? Oh, well, I'm going for like a couple months. Are you down for that? Like, what am I doing here? So let's go. Basically, we ended up staying there. I stayed with Stacy and her mom for 2 months. Okay, so now we're on 10. Number 9 was Costa Rica. No, number 9 was Con 7. So number 10 is Costa Rica. So I lived with Stacy's mom for 2.5 months. But we got there in October, and then we ended up going to with her. Basically, I got kicked out on New Year's Eve night. Costa Rica does a lot of shit to you, and I got really drunk, and I guess from that point on, like, Stacey's mom just didn't like me. I also didn't smoke weed, and she always, like, wanted me to smoke weed. The reason I don't smoke weed is because I just get really awkward in social situations, so she smokes a lot. So, we didn't, like, have that bonding experience, whatever, which is fine, I get it. So I moved out New Year's Eve night, chilled at my buddy's house for the night, and basically New Year's Day, started looking for a new place to stay because I had no idea what to do in Costa Rica. Like, fuck. So I looked at backpackers. At this point, I didn't have a lot of money. We'd already been there for 2.5 months, and I was only planning on staying there for like a couple months, anyways. But I loved the place. Like, I just wanted to stay longer, as long as I could, but for pretty cheap, right? I ended up going to Cabina, so this is 11, which is like a local random place that like basically prostitutes bring guys for the night. You can pay like nightly or weekly. It's kind of like a hostel, but like your own cabin. It's pretty ghetto, but it was good for me. Like literally, I needed that. Like I needed that place away, just to figure my shit out. And from there, I brought a guy over, and they were not happy about that because you have to like literally pay for people to stay the night, which like nothing really happened. It was just like him staying over, which was weird. So I just like got mad, and I was trying to like argue with the guy in Spanish, which I was like really shit at. Like, so I ended up going to live with him, not that guy. He was super nice, from Venezuela. He had like a little apartment. It was like $200 a month. I didn't know how long I was going to stay there for. I didn't want to get a like apartment by myself. Like I didn't really have a lot of money in general. From there, like my brother got a DUI. My mom was like begging me to come home, so I did. Left Costa Rica. So this is number 13. I guess I moved back with um, my mom, and again within probably about a week, I was no, I stayed with my mom for a little while. I was sick in February when I got home, and from there we moved to. Oh yeah, so I met. That's when I met Matt, and he's been a great guy ever since. He's been like just there for me for everything, kind of like a rock. And so I met him in February. I kind of gave him a boot, and then we started hanging out more. I ended up going to work for a company that was about promotional events. I thought it was something that I could really get into and like kind of start my career and like get grounded a little bit. I started with them in April and kind of became like this go-getter head of like the team, and which was awesome. It was a great experience. However, they pushed me into management within 4.5 months of being in the company, and I moved to Ottawa, 13. I really have to get to work. So until next time. So 13 different moves within, obviously my lifetime. I can't even tell you the amount of jobs that I've had in between there because that would just make the story a lot longer. But yeah, it's been a crazy ride. So catch up with you next time. 13 Ottawa. I'll tell you what happened.